need? What don't you have? Is it food? Money is here. Stay here. If anybody comes to ask you to move out of here, call me. This is my number. And I'm going to get bodyguard security to stay here. Nobody should come from anywhere to stay here. If you see them, pick stones, throw at them, chase them. Surely. Really. There's a very major disconnect, my dear.
Which is what?
The leader that you normally see on TV, who everybody adores and votes for, is telling you don't move. Then some man from some Kenya Power place you've never seen comes to tell you that you have to move. Hello, who do you listen to?
Because your life is
After all, my MP said I should not go. Why should I go? Why should I listen to you? Who the hell are you? How do you add value to my life?
So where is the
So, man, I don't know. The political thing has really affected the implementation of many of these policies that we have come up with. Politicians have really affected this implementation so much.
Yeah. Maybe I could also throw in something. This is a very passionate issue, because you say that Standard did a very good article.
Beautiful.
But so did someone do a very beautiful article way back in 2009 about the Sinai tragedy.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Yes.
So that is where the problem is. That this government has become a government of reactions. We react. We do not act. No one is going to act on the disasters waiting to happen.
But how would they react? Here we are bashing government whenever they evict people, saying, oh, like she said, Mheshimiwa comes, gives you money, and tells you if anyone comes and throws you out, okay, now you know what you need to do. So government has, in many times, KPC manager said, look, we even had barazas with the people of Sinai. We told them, look, this is dangerous.
Yes.
If this place explodes, you will not survive, let alone walk out with a broken limb. So government has, we've seen instances, the Mau forest, they got lambasted, but they said, you know what, forest cover is forest cover, we have got to bring it back to the place.
Yeah.
So government has tried,
government has tried, yes, but it still has a lot to do.
It has a lot to do.
Why? Because I'm saying that the challenge even on the Mau forest evictions was actually political. It was political. Really? So the challenge we have is that the political intrigues that cloud the implementation of our policies. When you come, for instance, to the recent case of Sinai, I was listening to Citizen radio this morning.
This morning, yes.
While coming here, and there's this landlord who is saying, but we were sold this land by the chiefs and the DOs.
Yeah.
And they were giving us just a mere letter. So we have constructed. We need to be compensated by government.
Before you move away from
there. That is government. Or unless I'm getting it right. So that's the challenge that we're having. When it comes to the slum upgrading, the challenge we're having again is the political interest. When you move, slums are very crowded.
Yes.
As a politician, I see a vote.
Yes.
So the moment you are upgrading, it requires displacement of some people to move to probably out of my jurisdiction.
Right.
So the political mathematics is being affected. And unfortunately, if I'm lucky enough, I'm actually the head of that policy implementation. I'm the political head. What do? I agree with it, it's popular, but I frustrate it in its implementation. There's a challenge.
So that's the red tape you're talking about.
Solution.
Solution.
Yeah. So the new constitution is offering us a very good solution, and we need to exploit it.
Yes.
And I'm calling on the youth out there. Please let us push that.
Which is what?
We're going to have cabinet secretaries.
Yes.
They are not going to be politicians.
They won't be politicians. That is fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah.
But there will be political appointees.
Yes.
There's a fear. We're only praying that they will not play to the whims of the politicians that have pushed them there. Because of course there's going to be all that jostling. We're going to be pushing. I want to pledge my loyalty right now whether I lobby for cabinet secretary in the next government. But at least the hope is that we're going to bring in technocrats. We're going to bring in a housing cabinet secretary, an expert in that area.
Yeah.
Somebody trained, somebody with a good experience in that area. Hopefully he will do a better job. Other than bring in a politician who is an engineer who is actually heading a totally different ministry.
We need to have a couple of questions before you go. You need to say something about, so here are some interesting figures. Research shows that 85% of household income is spent on weddings, public entertainment. In Western Kenya, can I add? I have nothing against Western Kenya. Because they represent Western Kenya, that's why I'm asking that question. Can I add funerals and supermarkets and so on in terms of spending?
Yes.
15% on medical. So education and none for savings or investment. This of course affects and it's more specifically young people.
Yes.
It does also have an inclination as far as leadership is concerned.
Yes.
talk about that. You're more in terms of social justice.
I know. Okay. I think
because this is the person who's going to stand up and say, after that experience in terms of how to be able to put priorities in as far as resources are concerned,
yes,
this is the person who's going to stand up and say, later on, I want you to vote for me as your MP or as your governor or as your senator. But that's how he spends his income.
You see,
85% on entertainment.
I know. I lived in Uganda for some time, for a decade actually. And there was this very major problem about spending. You would find that they spent the entire money until they would not be able to go to school, until they had to move going to school in February and not in January, because nobody would turn up in January. They would have spent their entire income. What Museveni did, he came up with a policy. Guys began moving around to educate people and teach them and talk to them about spending. My God, Christmas Day is one day. You're not going to spend all your money. What happens to you tomorrow?
True.
You'll still be here, you know. True. That is happening a lot in Western. I know we spend so much in funerals and weddings. Oh my God, somebody has died. We, the youth, will spend an entire, I don't know how long, collecting a lot of money. It is not bad. I respect the dead. We should bury them well. I know we all want to make our people go well, but we should always remember that there's tomorrow. Even these families who are bereaved, there's tomorrow for them. Yes, they're going to spend this $1 million we've collected for them to bury their father.
Absolutely.
Probably do that.
Absolutely.
What happens to them after that? What happens to them who are supposed to go to school after that? Shouldn't we be concentrating about probably if we're to raise funds or set up an activity for the family who have lost probably their father, to assist them to move on.
That's true.
Tomorrow, so that they don't always have to sit there and wait for this politician to come and assist them here and there, so that they don't have to get this brainwash thing where they're being told, didn't I give you?